This time around I want to go ahead and take a look at the Olight Ion. Ooh, fancy. Yeah, this one's a little bit different. There's our micro USB charging port. There's our lanyard hole. This is a 10th anniversary edition light, and I know it looks an awful lot like a cigarette lighter, but it's not. This is your main power switch here. So what is this thing? What's got two LEDs in the front there? Well, this is not waterproof at all, and it has 0.3. Okay, offer up wants to say hello. So there's no waterproofing to this at all, and it has 0.3 meters of drop resistance rating. So that's basically 1 foot for US folks there. So you can see that it's off. This is actually probably my favorite part about it. It has a hard switch there, slide switch, and turn it on. And you can see here on the front, it's the yellow on the O, so that is less than 75%. When it's 75% or greater, that stays green. And the weird thing is, it goes green when you go down. Well, is the battery low or is it not? So you saw what I did there. I held that down. That's one way to change brightness levels there. So go from 1 to 320 lumens, which is actually a good range. Or you can just press it and it has preset levels. But if you want those in-betweens, you have to hold it. So you can see I'm having a little bit of a hard time. You have to hit it in the right spot. And it's just smooth, so there's nothing to really tell you exactly where. You know, nothing lights up except for that. So that gives you a good idea, but you can't just press there, and you can't just press there. You have to push right on the button. So it's kind of cool overall, but again, not waterproof at all, and not drop resistant at all. And it really does look like an old school cigarette lighter. Part of the reason this is smooth is this is actually supposed to be a titanium frame, bead-blasted titanium. Supposedly, I wouldn't really know the difference if it's not. This is actually a glass protector, like glass you would put on a cell phone screen. Some people do. So I actually had to take them out and pull the peeling part off and put it on there, and then I did that on both sides. And that's you can I don't know, I mean, yeah, there you go. You can see stuff reflecting there, and that's what that's all about right there. So this is a pretty cool little thing. There you go. There's a US currency quarter there. That's about how big it is. There's the thickness, and I like it, but I wouldn't want to carry this in my pocket as an everyday carry thing. Now, if you want something that's a little bit different and you can pass off as being classy and still carry a flashlight, and you wear, say, a sports coat and you've got a inside pocket that you don't really use for anything, like this would probably work fine. And you know, that rare occasion when you do have to bust it out, you'll look pretty cool because you break out your flashlight and woo, look at me, I got a light. But yeah, it's definitely a little bit different looking and functions differently, but it's not entirely functional. I love the mode settings. I love the switch, the way the power switch works there. And I like that you have a battery indicator, and I like that it's different. That's probably what suckered me into buying it there, but I didn't read carefully enough. It's I mean, the IP rating was 0, so there's no water resistance at all. I'm not just saying that, but if that doesn't bother you, I think it's $60. Yeah, $60 on Amazon right now. Remember how to use this thing. It's got a good spread of modes there. I wouldn't really, I'd be afraid I would damage it if I carried it all the time, but it is really cool. And this was not advertised as being the absolute greatest ever. It's just something different. It's a collectible. So if you were thinking about buying it, keep that in mind. It will work as a light, but you're gonna probably need to protect it. I mean, this is I think it's Gorilla Glass, so the same type of glass they've been using on cell phones for a while. So it should stand up to some wear and tear a little bit, the glass itself, but it's you know, it will scratch over time. I don't know if they sell spare covers for it. That's something you could ask them about if you're interested in buying it. But all right, there we go, Olight Ion. And I'll flip it around and so you can see what the beam looks like here. All right, so we've got our Olight Ion here. And you can see it's not quite a flood, but a very broad hotspot. So there's our 1 lumen. Find the button. Just goes up, 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 up. And that's the brightest mode. So your preset modes though, so that's the brightest. 1 down. 1 down. 1 down. Down. 1 down. So there we go, there's our modes there. So I do actually like the mode spread and the infinite variable thing and the side switch for power, hard switch for power, but I'm not, like I said, I'm not sure I would actually want to carry this. All right guys, so there we go. There's no signal, no strobe, it's just that. All right, so that's what the beam looked like, but what else does it come with? Well, the first thing it comes with is a very nice looking box actually. Let's go ahead and zoom this guy out. And so the box is actually pretty, you know, very nice. So if you have a flashlight collector person, like this is actually a pretty nice gift box. These are all serialized, and I believe they said they're only making 2,017 of them. I've had this one for several months and I'm at not even 1,000. So you probably still have some time to buy it. As far as what else it came with this slightly nicer looking keychain than your Tinian tip came with. It's got a little key ring there. This is like a jewelry clasp almost, and then it's got the springy cord looking thing instead of a regular chain, and then this is just a little clasp there, and then it came with a thank you card. Ooh. So because of you, Olight, 10 years, and we're thankful. So that I think that's part of what bothered me about it not being waterproof is, hey, thanks for keeping us going for 10 years and for buying this anniversary light that's not very usable. Did you hear that, the card? You hear that? Yeah, it's like metallic almost, sounds like. And then it also came with a USB charging cable. So just USB-A to micro USB. This actually feels like kind of a cheap cable, honestly. It works. It does work. I said that. And then there was a bunch of, you know, the way they had it packed, there was some other stuff inside as well. All that was inside here. So there's all that. There's the card. The card was actually useful when you put it on a glass screen protector. I took a microfiber cloth. You know, you get those with everything, and I wrapped it around the card and used that to kind of make sure it was flat and make sure there's no air bubbles or anything in there. I did manage to get lucky, and I don't think there's any dust under the glass, and I got it lined up pretty well. So that's a good thing. But yeah, if you're looking for a present for somebody who's just into flashlights and they can have something where it's not going to be super hard usage, like this would actually be a pretty cool present for somebody like that. Yeah, and that's all I got on this one, guys. So thumbs up if you found this useful. I know a lot of people have asked questions about it. I went ahead and bought it just to check it out. I was really curious about it, and there you go. It definitely looks cool. Not the cheapest light on the market at $60 on Amazon, but it is fairly unique, so it has that going for it. So give me a thumbs up if you found this useful. Consider subscribing. Got any questions, just leave them down below in the comments and I'll get back to you. Thanks.